What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. So today we're actually talking about the latest from a brand called Painted Polish, and I'm very excited to hear what everybody thinks about these because this might be one of the funkiest collections that I've ever reviewed on my channel. Now, if you haven't heard of Painted Polish before, it is a small independent nail polish brand that is based in the US, and all of their polishes are 5-free, meaning they are free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. And I feel like they're kind of known for having this crelly formula somewhere between being a sheer jelly and an opaque cream, but then having within that polish a bunch of different colored flakies, and they usually give like a more natural stone sort of look, but every once in a while we get a very interesting color scheme, and I feel like that's what this whole collection is. So like I said, I'm just really curious to hear what people think of these. This is actually their spring 2026 collection. It's called Rainbow Realm Spring Cleaning. We have 7 different colors in here. We kind of have an interesting rainbow, and then like I said, within each polish, which is a solid color, we also have multicolored flakes. So yeah, may as well just dive into these swatches, then we can talk a little bit more about my thoughts on them, my thoughts on the brand in general, and then we can get into pricing, availability, all that good stuff. So roll the swatch footage. So we're just gonna dive right in. First off with the polish that really blew my mind for this collection. This one is called Spring Spruce-Up, and there's just something about this polish that truly speaks to my soul. Let me tell you, we have this really intense chartreuse yellowy green base. It's kind of like a Shrek color, I want to say, and within that we have a ton of different colors of flakies. So we have black, we've got a little bit more of a lime green, we've got a more foresty green, we've got blue, we've got purple, and all together it just creates such a fascinating color combination. I think it's so funky and interesting. This is like the exact kind of color that I feel like Painted Polish is so good at, and this one might be my new favorite weird polish from them. Then we have Dust Happens, and this one I would actually argue is a weirder color combination. I feel like usually Painted Polish will do somewhat contrasty colors within their crellies, but this collection really just took it to another level. So this one's called Dust Happens. We have this sort of aqua-y leaning blue base. It's got a little bit of a yellowy undertone to it, and then within that we've got gold, silver, purple, pink, and red glitter. So very interesting contrast, really packed in there, but it somehow looks so interesting and fun. I don't know, I love it. Then we have the shade Suds in the City, and I would say as far as crazy color combinations, this one is a little bit more subtle. So we have this really beautiful sky blue base color, and oh my goodness, can I just say the opacity on these is unreal. I cover up my visible nail line in the first coat on my nail length with all of these, but they really are just so opaque. Some of them I truly can get away with just doing one coat, and this is one of them, but this is a really fun one. It kind of feels like an underwater tropical kind of scene. We've got the black, green, blue, gold, and red flakies running throughout, and I don't know, this one I think it's just so pretty. It's lighter on the contrast, but it's still very different and interesting. And then we have Sweet Dreams, and this one I cannot in good conscience call an ugly pretty. I feel like this one is just like a very classically pretty kind of shade. So we have this very soft lavender purple base. It's a little bit more sheer than the rest of the collection, and then within it we've got white, yellow, gold, blue, and then a little bit of like a reddish pinky flaky in there. And this one, it just feels very ethereal. It definitely gives me this dreamy sort of vibe, so I think it's very well named, and I just think it's such a fun color combination, but it's soft enough that it feels like a normal polish, like not a very odd color combination. It really matches each other well. And that's not to say that the other colors don't match. I just think they're very bold, whereas this one is a little bit more subtle. And then we have another purple. This one is Clutter Cutie, and this one is a little bit more of a pinky toned purple. And again, we have these really fun colored flakies within. We've got black, we've got white, we've got turquoise, and we've got orange. And this combination totally blew me away. I feel like I would have never thought to put these colors together together, but they match so beautifully. I don't know what it is. Something about painted polish, this is a very weird comparison, but just stay with me, reminds me of Pokemon, because sometimes I look at a Pokemon and I'm like, what a fun color combination this is. I would love to wear this combination on my nails. But like, you wouldn't think of those colors together, but then you see them on a Pokemon and you're like, oh, actually this makes a lot of sense. And that's how I feel about painted polish. Is that the weirdest analogy ever? Maybe. I don't know. And then these last two, I would say kind of fall back under the funky weird category. This one is Hot Mess to Spotless. And this one, it's kind of a coral base color. And then within it, we have all of these bright flaky colors coming through. We've got the white, we've got the blue, we've got turquoise, we've got a golden yellow color that actually might be kind of a bronzy color. But yeah, this one's super fun. It kind of reminds me of coral a little bit. So it gives me like a little bit of a beachy vibe. And I thought this one was cute, but I feel like this is the kind of shade that people are going to be like, ooh, this one's kind of weird. And last but not least, we have CTRL+ALT+De-Clutter. And this one actually, it kind of looks very similar to Hot Mess to Spotless, but you'll see I'm doing a little comparison chart as usual at the end, and they are fairly different. The base of this one is more of a blush orangey beige kind of color. And again, we have the blue, the turquoise, the yellow, and the white flakies running throughout. And it's just a funky sort of contrast. I don't know. It's like a weird combination that ends up working really well. So I know it's not for everybody, but my goodness, is it for me. I think it's so fun. And here's all the polishes together. And I really just think the painted polish outdid themselves this time. I think combinations of colors like these are just so unusual. And I think a lot of people are very hesitant to wear them because it's a little bit different. Like, I know some people are nervous even just to wear like blue nail polish. And then when you see a polish like this, you're like, oh, that's a lot. But I feel like there's something so fun and interesting about them. They're like a conversation starter. They're so eye-catching on the nail. And you start to see these color combinations that you never would have thought of before. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it almost like unlocks a little bit more creativity in me, because sometimes I see stuff like this and I'm like, I never thought to combine. It's the same as my weird Pokemon analogy. Like, I never thought to combine those, but what if I combine them for eyeshadow? Or what if I combine them in like my clothing or accessories or something like that? So I feel like there's something very inspiring about this brand to me, and that's something that I really love about them. But then they also have shades that are still their typical prelly, speckly kind of polishes that aren't as intensely weird like Sweet Dreams. So yeah, I think they just have a nice balance of that. And that's not all they do. They also do other kinds of finishes, but I don't know. This is just my favorite kind of finish from them. But yeah, let's talk about it more. So those are the polishes. And as you can see, I'm really into them. I feel like painted polish is just one of those massively underrated brands. And I feel like I say that every time I review them, because I just feel like people don't realize how well made they are. For example, I don't even like to call these crellies because I feel like crelly implies that the polish is somewhat sheer and needs buildability, but these polishes are pretty much full cream opacity, and they're almost always opaque in the first coat. And then I just like to add a second coat just to make it feel like a full manicure. But like, for example, I am wearing one coat on my nails right now, and I've had it on for a few days and I don't have any chipping, and it looks like a fully opaque manicure. So I feel like they do an amazing job with that. I feel like they have an incredible grasp on color theory, just the ability to put together these very funky colors, but somehow they end up working with each other. And I think that's really cool as well. And just in general, I feel like a lot of times they put together these collections that'll be the same color, but in multiple different finishes. So you can just kind of see the different ways that they can create a single color of nail polish. For example, I did a review a little while ago of one of their mint collections where they did a mint polish, but in a ton of different finishes. And it was just so cool. So yeah, I think they do an amazing job. I think that their colors are so funky. I feel like it's kind of in between, like, you either love these or you think they're the weirdest thing ever. Personally, I love how weird they are. Like, I love a pretty ugly nail polish, and I think painted polish happens to excel in those type of colors. So if you like things that are like a little bit kitschy, a little bit campy, I feel like this is the brand, you know? But yeah, it's just like crazy to me that this isn't a bigger brand, because I feel like in addition to making the funky, like almost ugly kind of colors, they do also make really beautiful shades. Like, they make very beautiful holographic jellies. They make really beautiful stamping polishes. So I don't know. I feel like I'm like just going on and on about them, but it's just one of those brands that I feel like doesn't get enough recognition. So I always try to review them whenever I can because I think they're really fun. But yeah, as you can see, overall, I love this collection. I think it's weird. I think it's different, and I'm going to be wearing these a lot lot. I love the color combos here. And I think that they also work really nicely together. Like you can actually do a Skittle manicure of these and it'll look pretty cool. So yeah, this collection gets a thumbs up from me. I think they did amazing. But now let's get into pricing and availability. All these polishes come in 13.2 milliliter bottles and they do have a wide flat brush with a rounded tip, so application is super easy. Honestly, when it comes to this brand, if I'm in a rush, I will just grab a painted polish because I know I can just do one coat and I also don't have to do cleanup because their brush is super easy to use. So I have a very good time with those. And they do retail for $12 USD each on the Painted Polish website. And I do also have a discount code, so you can use the code KELLI10 to get 10% off your order. But yeah, like I keep saying, I'm so curious to hear what you guys think of this collection. What do you think of these colors? They are so different. So I really want to hear your opinions. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Would you describe them as pretty ugly polishes? Would you describe them as just pretty or just ugly? Let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. And if you enjoyed my swatch and review videos, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. I love you all and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Got another would you rather from you guys. Would you rather only ever be able to use striping tape or only ever be able to do stamping for nail art? And this is another tough one because I have a love-hate relationship with both striping tape and stamping. I feel like stamping is a lot easier for me in the summertime. For whatever reason, I feel like when it's colder weather out, I have a harder time stamping, and I guess it's because the metal plates are cold, so it's quicker for the polish to dry on them. So in the summertime, I am more inclined to say stamping, but then in the wintertime, I feel like my nails are a lot quicker to dry and set, and then it's easier to use striping tape. And I feel like striping tape is such an annoyance to use in the summer because I always end up peeling my base color off when I'm using striping tape, which, by the way, if you don't know what either of these things are, I have a whole nail polish 101 playlist. I have videos on how to use striping tape, how to do stamping, how to do pretty much every type of nail art, at least all the ones that I know. And if you ever have requests for me to do a new nail art 101 video, you can always leave those in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. I do have a love-hate relationship with them. I feel like they don't always work because you kind of have to have the right conditions. But because it is currently summertime, I'm inclined to choose stamping. But if you asked me this question in the wintertime, I probably would have said striping tape. So it's kind of a non-answer, but I'm curious to hear other people's opinions. So let me know in the comments and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
Hi, let's go. Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds.